Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Niladri Mukherjee and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. I practice here in Guelph, Ontario. So the topic of the day is, can you change province after you land in Canada if you have received your PR with the help of a particular province? A case in point, for example, you are from India, you have received your permanent residency here in Canada with the help of, for example, Alberta Immigrant Nominee Program or AINP. You went to Calgary, you landed in Calgary, you spent a couple of weeks or months maybe, I don't know, but then you don't like the province, it may be too cold for you and now you want to go to Vancouver. Is it really a possibility or is there any legal challenge if you do that? Short answer is definitely a possibility. The ideal situation is for you to land in that particular province to have your PR processed at the time of your landing, right? Because that is your legal status in Canada, and you get a legal status after you land in a port of entry to Canada. So here in this example, you land in Alberta, for example in Calgary, and get your PR processed at the port of entry. Now after that, it's really your legal right that you could go to anywhere in the country, right? And there is no such legal hassle that you will undergo if you do that. You may not like the province, you may not like the weather, you may not like the people around there, who knows, like it varies from one people to another, but there is no such legal hassle. A lot of times I hear that my consultant told me that you should not change your province in the next 2 years after you get your PR, next 3 years after you get your PR, because you sign a sort of a contract with the province. It is very important for you to understand that the contract that you sign with the province talks about your intention to reside in the province for the mutual benefit of that province, because then you'll be paying the taxes to the province, and for you because you get a PR through with the help of that province. It is another thing to understand that the intention to reside in a particular province have nothing to do with your actual residency status here in Canada, right? Your intention could change. You may be intending to do something, but after you start doing it, you may realize that that's not the thing for you. And 99% of the times, these FSWP applicants are coming from outside Canada for the first time. So at the time of they receive their invitation to apply, and then they do their PR application, everything from outside Canada, they really have no idea how the province is going to treat, how the province is going to look like, whether they will be they will be able to accustomed to the weather of that province, and a lot of other factors. So intention to reside in a province have really nothing to do with your actual residence in that province, and you're free to go anywhere in Canada after you land in that particular province that has given you the invitation to apply. And the reason for that is simple. The moment you land in Canada, regardless of your purpose of coming to Canada, you can come here as a PR, you can come here as a temporary resident, as a student, as a visitor, or maybe as an illegal entrant to Canada. The moment you're in the Canadian soil, you're being protected by the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms of the Constitution, which gives you an absolute freedom of movement the moment you land in Canada. And whenever there is a conflict of interest between a provincial legislation and a federal or a constitutional legislation such as this, is always the higher up that prevails, right? So it's always the Constitution that comes first, that gives you an absolute freedom of movement, and nothing to be scared about if somebody tells you that if you move from one province to to another within a certain time, that you will lose your PR status, there will be problem with your citizenship and these and that. Nothing of that sort is going to happen with you. You are all legally protected. Practically speaking, you should always have your PR processed from that province at the time. Meaning that if you receive your invitation to apply through Alberta, for example through AINP, it's a good practice to land in one of the port of entry here in Alberta, for example in Calgary or in Edmonton. Get your PR status, stay in that province for a few months, have your health card, have all the PR documents, your PR card and everything in place, and only then thinking of moving to another province. Then you have, if at all somebody asks you, if at all at the time of citizenship, if somebody asks you that why did you not reside in that particular province, then in that case, if you stay there for a few months, then in that case you really have an explanation as to maybe you did not like the province after spending a few months there. But legally speaking, you are literally good to go to another province the same day or the next day if you would like, right? So I hope this clarifies it all. If you have any questions, let me know. If you need my professional assistance, kindly send me an email at contact@nuvonation.ca, and I'll be more than happy to assist you. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.